Project Broadcast has a huge announcement today, and I wanted to make kind of a reaction video to let you know some of my thoughts on it. And so in this video, I will share a little bit about what is Project Broadcast, what are they now, and where are they headed, and what makes this so exciting for all of us, especially when it comes to a feature that I don't think is getting enough attention, and that is landing pages with Project Broadcast. And so I'll make sure to wrap up with some action items for you to get rolling with using Project Broadcast in multiple ways in your own business. But before we get rolling, I'm Julie Godshall, and I've been in my direct sales role for about almost 6 years. And I'm also the founder and CEO of Sparkhub, which is a software company that actually has an optional integration with Project Broadcast. And it's designed to be this really great complement where Project Broadcast can do run a lot of parts of our business. And then Sparkhub comes in as kind of a virtual event planner to help you pull all the details together for every event you run. Even if you're running events across multiple platforms, they can all be strengthened and streamlined through Sparkhub. And before that, some of you may know me as the founder and originator of the Direct Sales on Demand method, which I have taught to over 1,800 direct sellers since beginning that program in 2020. And so I've always been a tinkerer. I've always been wanting to explore the different tools and tech for my own direct sales biz and share them with others. And so that is how I got so interested in Project Broadcast. And because of my role with Sparkhub, by having this software that works together with Project Broadcast, I had the joy of being invited to kind of a sneak peek call last week, where Jake, the founder of Project Broadcast, shared with some of us about this upcoming announcement. So I've had a few days to kind of think on it and get excited about it. And so wanted to put this together for all of you to kind of talk about what this announcement means. So first off, what is Project Broadcast? If you're not familiar, or even if you are, we mostly know Project Broadcast as a text marketing platform. They call it business texting with a personal touch, because this isn't like the text that you get from some huge company that say, do not reply, because it's just a computer texting you. With Project Broadcast, you can schedule and automate a lot of things relating to text marketing. But you also, each one of them is going out as just a personal chat with a customer. And then when they respond to you, you can chat with them. You can just pull up a contact and send out a chat message anytime. And so it really can be this beautiful combination of the kind of ad hoc in the moment conversations that you have with people, but also a lot of really powerful automation. And I see a lot of direct sellers, I'm a customer of some of them, who use Project Broadcast primarily to just kind of send out a monthly update or a weekly deal, something like that. But I don't think it's used quite enough in the kind of party space of using it to actually send text correspondence to our guests. And so Sparkhub exists to really streamline that process so that guests get enrolled automatically. And we have these really great tools to interact with the host of the party. And we have the concept of what I call a party page, which I will get to in a moment. So yeah, Project Broadcast is mostly known for text marketing. And on the marketing side of things, they're going to also expand into email within 2022. But what Jake shared with us last week was that really marketing is just one of 3 pillars that they're wanting to move toward. So they will have marketing as a pillar. They're going to later, not today, but later move toward having more CRM functionality. So that is customer relationship management. So that is things like reminders and workflows for yourself when it comes to managing the relationship with a customer. So there will be CRM coming in the future. But the third pillar that is rolling out today and is going to continue to build is collaboration. So the primary use case of this is something like team collaboration. If you're a direct seller and you have a team, then the main space that we mostly collaborate is with something like a Facebook group. But as we all know, with Facebook groups, even if everyone there really wants to be there and wants to see the content, they might not see everything. Or you could have people on your team who just aren't on Facebook very often, and so they're missing out on information. So what Project Broadcast rolls out today is this concept of a space, where you can have a space in Project Broadcast. Various Project Broadcast users are all members of that space, and there can be some collaborative tools there. Now, right here on day one, it's mostly going to just be a group chat. Okay, so it just looks like a group chat, but that is just stage one. So they have more things coming around file storage and things like that, so that hopefully in the future, this really can take the place of a Facebook group when it comes to that team collaboration. Now, the part that really pricked up my ears was when he said that, obviously the next question here is, well, my whole team isn't on Project Broadcast. So unlike Facebook, it's not something that everyone has or can have for free. And so they're actually rolling out a free plan. And so this is where I started to get really excited. So as of today, along with the launch of Spaces is the launch of the social plan, meaning their free tier plan. And how can it be free? Well, people on a free plan are not able to use the text marketing side of things. They can't send texts to people outside of Project Broadcast. When you have a free plan, you can still join in these spaces and interact with other Project Broadcast users. And what got me really excited was when he said that they really have access to everything except texting. And I said, does that mean landing pages? Because landing pages are my favorite thing in Project Broadcast. It's what I teach on. It's what I have templates for. And he said, yes. And I just wanted to reach through the computer and hug Jake Dempsey because I was so excited for this. And so the bottom line here is that even if you don't have a paid version of Project Broadcast, you can still join and have access to features like Spaces to interact with other Project Broadcast users and landing pages functionality. So I love the direction they're moving in here. So let's talk a little bit about the Spaces and the use cases for Spaces. So as I said, the primary use case would be something like team collaboration. And now that there's the free tier, now the whole team can be on Project Broadcast. There's no reason not to. Just create an account for free and you can interact in the space. So I will certainly be creating a space for all of my Sparkhub users so that that can be another point of connection for us. And keep in mind, this use case does not include something like having your customers join a space. Some people immediately on the call thought, oh, could I use a space to run an event for my customers? But your customers probably don't want to go through the hoops of creating a Project Broadcast account, which is really intended for people who are interested in text marketing, right? And so even if they get the free plan, they're going to be on this platform that is intended for business owners, and it doesn't really feel natural for a guest to do that. So that's not the direction. The direction is for you and fellow business owners to have either a free or a paid account and collaborate in spaces. But what I want to actually focus on in this video is the use cases for landing pages, because even though landing pages isn't a new feature, what is new is that you all can create landing pages for free, even if you're not a paying Project Broadcast user. And the main use case of a landing page is for what I and what we at Sparkhub call a party page. You can think of it as kind of a guest hub where it provides the logistical info that a guest needs for a party, but also a bit of content and kind of presentation about your event and about your company. So this may sound familiar to people who are familiar with direct sales on demand, because with DSOD, I was teaching the concept of having that kind of party page or presentation, and we were using the free tool of a Canva website. And so I have taught for over 2 years on how to use and create Canva websites and creating templates around that. But once I started exploring Project Broadcast landing pages, I actually liked them even more than Canva websites. Don't tell Canva. They just have some advantages. I won't go into all of it here, but a primary one is that in a Project Broadcast landing page, you can have code blocks. And if you're like, whoa, Julie, that's not me. I'm not a developer. Well, my husband is, and he's our developer here at Sparkhub. And so we have these really great code blocks that can elevate your landing page and automate some of your content for your party page. And we can't do that in Canva. That is a Project Broadcast landing page capability. And so let me give you kind of a peek into what a party page looks like, so you can kind of visualize what this looks like in a project broadcast landing page setting. Right now, I am actually inside a landing page that I created in Project Broadcast. And what you create here is so flexible. You have a lot of control over things like the colors and the text and things like that. And you can have elements that you would expect to see on any website, like images, videos, buttons, all kinds of different things. And so you can see on here that this is kind of my generic, what I call an on-demand style, but this kind of landing page can be super flexible. So I really believe that every party benefits from a party page. So even if you're having an in-person gathering, the party page serves a couple of purposes. Number one, even for those who are going to come in person, it has that information hub for them. It can have a map to the host house, a little bit of info to get them excited before they come, the order link, so if they have to leave early, that they know where to go to order. Plus, the people who are not able to come, because we know not everybody can come in person, or not everyone can watch your Facebook Live or join for your Zoom. Bless you, honey. They all will have this information hub where they can actually see information about the party and what to do, and information about you and your company. So you can make this whatever you want. And my training goes through a lot of those decisions about how much content do you want? What kind of content do you want to have on here? So this is just kind of my suggested layout. And then you pop in your own content, or you pay us to do that for you. We can also create this for you. But I suggest having kind of a cover photo on here. We have some buttons to hop people down the page to different areas, so that if they are coming, maybe they explored the whole thing before, now they just want to go straight to ordering, so they can click on next steps and see all that information. And then what you're going to see here is a combination of things that were created just in Project Broadcast's own landing pages, building blocks, and some things that are actually created because of Sparkhub code. So what we see here, you can see this is welcoming me by name. So when someone signs up for your party, they're one of your guests, and they're going to get welcomed by name on their party page. And knowing who that guest is, actually being able to detect who it is that's looking at the page, is unlocking some future features that we want to add in, such as polling or chat sections, where we identify who the guest is that's interacting with the page. And then you can have something like a welcome video or welcome photo from yourself, and a little bit of a welcome message. And then right here, our goal with Sparkhub is that you don't actually have to do any editing on this page from one party to the next. So you might think, well, how do I have the host name on here, the host photo? That's because of Sparkhub. That's not because you edited anything in your landing page. So if I clone this landing page to another party that's hosted by Oprah Winfrey, then you open up the other party's page and it's going to say, thank you, Oprah, for hosting. So that is because of that Sparkhub magic. So we make sure to update these things for you. And this message from Jane, that's something that she writes in her host portal. She uploads her photo in her host portal. She's able to actually contribute some content and have her own face and her own voice on this party page without you having to try to juggle those details and get it pasted in and maybe forget and have the wrong host in there. There's none of that with Sparkhub. And then this key info section, the formatting is up to you, but the content of this section is coming from Sparkhub. And so instead of just telling people, hey, we're gathering on June 3rd at noon, this gets updated to the guest's time zone. We do that for you. The guest can click to add it to their calendar, and they can do iCal or Google Calendar. You don't have to know how to do that. Sparkhub does that. And then you can have a link associated with each one. It might be a map to the host house. There might be a Zoom link if you're doing a Zoom chat. There could be an order link if you have an order deadline on here. So these key dates are really at the heart of having the logistical info here, so that your guests know this party page is their hub of info for the party. And when you just enter those key dates into Sparkhub, Sparkhub makes sure to display it here for your guest for you, without you having to do the editing and juggle the links and all of that. And then we get into just some eye candy about what is the company, maybe just showcasing 4 different product categories, big picture kind of things. And then you can have however much or little product features you want to have. So what I have on here is quite a lot because this is designed to be for an on-demand party where this presentation, this is the whole thing. This is your way of showcasing your products. If you are pointing them to a Zoom chat or an in-person event or a Facebook group, then you might scale this part down a little bit and just focus on the logistics. So that's really up to you, but some examples would be having a video and some clickable product thumbnails where they can click to shop that video. Maybe you have a company story video. You could have this or that and encourage a little bit of interaction by asking them to text you with their favorite. Talk about your own why. You might have a video showcasing a product and then they can click to shop all the things in that category. There could be some specials that you showcase. And then these next steps of shop, host, and join. And this order now button, this is driven by Sparkhub. And so if you have a different order link for every party, you don't have to make sure you go into the landing page and update it and worry that you might be giving them the wrong one. Your Sparkhub setup, which is a 5-minute setup for every party, you just clone an old one and update, who's the host, what are the key dates, what is the shopping link. That's about it. And then you save. And all of this will be updated for you on your landing page. So they're going to the correct order button. And then you can also have some social links down at the bottom for them to interact with you. So this is just one of many examples of how you can use a landing page in Project Broadcast. And we can also help to develop templates like this for you and your team to use that are specific to your company. Okay, so you've seen a Project Broadcast landing page with that use case of a party page. And of course, this is only one possibility of what you can do with a landing page in Project Broadcast. Now, before today, us here at Sparkhub had kind of these 2 paths that our Sparkhub users could take. So every Sparkhub event has a party page, and it can either be a Project Broadcast landing page or any other page that you want to send your guests to. And so we knew before today that not everyone is a paying Project Broadcast user. Therefore, not everyone had access to the PBLPs. And so I was wanting to still provide a lot of training and information on a Canva website so that people could choose their own path. Are they going to do a Canva website and forfeit some of that Sparkhub magic that is offered on a PBLP? Or are they a Project Broadcast user and they can create a PBLP? And so in Sparkhub, I've had training on both of those and templates in both of those and providing support in both of those. And now that's not going to end because anyone who wants to use a Canva website, I still know a ton about them and I can still support them. But I see our focus at Sparkhub being primarily on PBLPs because as of today, they are not available only to paying Project Broadcast users. So even if you don't want to pay the monthly fee, which is totally worth it, by the way, to get texting, but even if you don't want to have that, you're going to do your texting more manually, you can still have the landing pages feature in Project Broadcast with a free account. And that means that our Sparkhub users can take advantage of the amazing things that Sparkhub can do inside your landing page for you. And so what does all this mean? What is your action to take right now? Well, the first action, of course, is that if you're not already a Project Broadcast user, you should join. Go ahead and join right now. I will have a link in this video for you to join Project Broadcast and get one of these social accounts. And once you're inside, if you have a social account, you can start playing around with the features that you have access to, the spaces and the landing pages in particular. If you're a Sparkhub user already, I will definitely have a space where we as Sparkhub users and employees can collaborate inside Project Broadcast. And then your second action item, in addition to joining Project Broadcast, if you haven't already, is to start a free trial of Sparkhub. You can start totally for free. We have an annual plan and a monthly plan. Either way, you can cancel anytime. So it is no risk. And once you're inside, I want you to know you have access to templates, such as the one that you just saw me show you. and a ton of training. I mean, full courses, not just on here's how to use Sparkhub, but I have a course in there that I'm really proud of that is called How to Design Your Perfect Party, that goes through how do you create the party experience you're looking for and create all of the detail around that you want to offer to your host and your guest and yourself so that you all have a great experience. And then we plug all of that into the tech, plug that into the Sparkhub setup, plug it into your PBLP, plug it into your messaging plan if you're going to automate messages with Project Broadcast plus Sparkhub. And of course, I have training in there on PBLPs that I'm going to be continuing to build on. So once you're in there, you get these templates, you get the training, and you get to see the massive power of Sparkhub to level up all of your events. And we also offer a done-for-you design service. And so if you're like, this landing page looks amazing, but I don't know that I want to wrap my head around all the minutia of how to create it and how to make sure it looks good on desktop and mobile and, a lot of these kinds of details, then you can simply hand us, here's what I want in my party page, and we can create it for you on our design team. And so we want to really support people, wherever you are in the spectrum, between a total DIYer, go-getter, you want to, create things on your own, do the training and learn it and figure it out. Or if you're on the other end of the spectrum and you would rather spend your time on other things and have us do it for you, we've got you either way. And of course, the party page is just one tiny part of what I call the Spark strategy that Sparkhub supports, because we also create for you an invitation page where as soon as someone signs up, they get added to your Project Broadcast texting strategy. So if you're using the paid Project Broadcast plan, then your guests automatically get enrolled into your campaigns. They also get added onto a guest list that the host can see inside a host portal. And the host portal contains the checklist for your host that you create for them. It contains that guest list. They can click on any guest name to text them. It even has a cool share button where they can click it and share the invitation with their friends via text or Facebook Messenger or whatever they want, just like you would share your Wordle score every day. And we also just have organizational tools like your own checklist that you can create and just keep track of your progress and all of your events in one platform. Even if you have events that are all over the map in terms of in person or on Facebook or on Zoom or on Squee or just on demand, they can all come together under one roof and one umbrella strategy, which is the Spark strategy. So I want you to experience the magic of landing pages. I want you to join Project Broadcast, and I want you to start your free trial of Sparkhub to see what this is all about and start really making these landing pages work for you in your business. So I hope to see you inside, and I hope you are pumped about this announcement. Definitely comment below and let me know, are you already a Project Broadcast user? Is there another person you want to reach out to who's not, and just encourage them to start on a free plan? I would love to hear from you, and that is it for now. I'll talk to you later. Bye.